So I get this question a lot. Which social media platform should I be spending my effort on to drive the biggest results? And the answer is da, 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 it depends, right? So here's the deal. In a data-driven strategy, which is I think is always the best way to go because it's the one that's actually guaranteed to drive you more results as opposed to just a I kind of feel like kind of strategy, right? So I always look to the data to try to help me determine where it is I should be focusing and what I should be doing. So I'm going to show you some data that I was just looking at, and this is actually our own data from Fist Bump Media, just over a little bit of a period of time here. And I want to highlight a few things too. As I dig into the sources of traffic, where the traffic is coming from to land on our website, and then I drill into it. And organic search is by far the highest. As we've been spending more effort working on that than really anything else. But as I drill into the data and look into what traffic is coming from the social media channels, because I want to try to run some new social media campaigns and tests to see how things are going. And as I drill in that data, I look at which platforms the traffic is coming from. And no surprise here, because typically what we do is we put more of our effort into promoting on Facebook, as everybody tends to do that. It comes in as the number one, the biggest driver of the traffic of all the social media channels, is driving 63+% of our traffic, right? So no surprise there, and no surprise for us on LinkedIn too. Really behind Facebook, I put a little bit more effort into LinkedIn as being a big source of traffic. But here's the issue with just looking at how much total traffic you're driving from each of these platforms is it's not a very good indicator of the quality of traffic that you're driving. And ultimately, if you're looking to drive more conversions and better results, just a total traffic number is not the best indicator. You really want to look at the quality of the traffic. And that's where I look at the behavior side over here too. And there's three things I tend to look at. I look at the bounce rate, pages per session, and the average session duration. As you can see, like average session duration, for example, here is listed as 3 minutes on average. And this is for all of the traffic that's coming from all of these social media sources and stuff too. Facebook average session duration is 37 seconds, 1.46 pages per visit, 85+% bounce rate, right? So a lot of that traffic is bouncing, meaning they're hitting one page and then leaving. And on average, they're actually spending very little time on the website. And that's a little discouraging. And so as much effort as we put into it to try to drive that traffic, and we get some of the hits over there, they're not really finding what they want, and they're not sticking around. And I want them to be able to stick around. And LinkedIn is kind of the same thing, right? So you looked at the LinkedIn numbers, high bounce rate, close to 80%, even lower average pages per visit, 51 seconds on website, less than a minute. Not super encouraging for what I really want to try to drive. But then let's look at the next couple ones here too. And the total numbers drop significantly for the actual amount of traffic, but that's no surprise, because we haven't actually put a lot of effort into posting to these platforms. Look at this: Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the next four. Okay, but look at the quality. Even though the total numbers are low, again, like I said, no surprise, because we haven't been doing near as much posting on these platforms as we have on Facebook and LinkedIn. But look at that traffic. Pinterest spending an average of 10 minutes plus on the website, 3.78 pages per visit. Only a 53% bounce rate. Twitter surprised me really with this, spending 9 minutes over average on the website, 3.57 pages per visit, a 37% bounce rate. Right. So much better than what we're seeing on average and stuff. And as I dig in a little bit deeper into some of these things, I look at, what did we do? Where did this traffic come from during this time? Which posts are we doing that they're actually driving some of that traffic? They're leading to this good quality stuff. And, I've done a little bit of experimenting with things like Twitter threads, right? And that's where I start to see some of that traffic. So, as I look at this and I'm trying to build out my plan and my strategy for what I want to do, when I see Twitter threads that I'm creating driving really decent quality traffic to the website, that's something I need to build into my rotation much more often. And as a result, the assumption is that if I can drive up the total number of users and visitors, from that platform, assuming it's the same kind, I'll actually have a much greater impact with that traffic coming over to my website than I would for traffic, coming from Facebook, which is bouncing a lot. Instagram, again, kind of low sample there too, but only a 50% bounce rate, 2.5 pages per visit, 4 minutes on the website. YouTube, 2.5 minutes on the website, 2.5 pages per visit, 37% bounce rate. So really good bounce rate. The traffic that's coming over from YouTube, hence why I'm trying to do a video like this on YouTube. Seems to be good quality traffic. So I need to certainly focus on the platform. So in this case, the answer to the question of which social media platform should I be working on, the answer right here is don't focus as much on Facebook and LinkedIn, which would probably be the default answer for a lot of people. Focus a lot more on what I'm doing on Pinterest and Twitter in particular is my top two. If I want to layer in a couple of others and see what I can do with them, I try to do a little bit more here with the Instagram and the YouTube for sure, and try to get the total number of visits coming over from those platforms up just by increasing what I'm doing with my strategy there too. But the quality of traffic is great. It looks like it's best coming from Pinterest and Twitter. So that's where I'm off to go right now and see what I can do to drive more of those results. So if you like this, I would certainly love it if you would drop a subscribe, drop a like, hit me up in the comments if you have any questions or any experiences related to this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And so with that, boom, have a great day and go rock it.